My name is Louise White. I'm the Acute Occupational Therapy Team Lead up at the Great Western. We've just had our morning meeting and we've got 25 new referrals across the team on top of our existing caseload. My team covers all the medical and surgical wards in the hospital, and we've been playing a vital role during the COVID pandemic to maintain patient flow through the hospital. It's vital that we've had enough beds for those people coming into the hospital, whether they've had COVID or whether they haven't, to make sure that they are able to get the care that they need.
So this is our OT office where we all sit down to do referrals and paperwork for our patients. So the real great bit about my job is hearing about these patients that unfortunately have been so unwell over the last weeks, hearing about them day in, day out during board rounds. But then by the time that we get to see them, it's actually when they're nearing medically fit and ready to leave the hospital. These patients are so resilient and keen to regain their independence, and this is where we can really support them with their discharge to get home.
We've just completed a really successful session with one of our patients who has had COVID-19. She's up on Neptune ward, has had a long spell in the intensive care unit and hasn't been able to get out of bed until recently. We've just used a piece of equipment called a stand-aid hoist, and it's worked really well.
So from here on now we can start discussing discharge options with this lady, whether she'd like to spend a bit more time at an inpatient setting when she's medically fit to leave the hospital, or whether we look at going home with some care and this equipment. I think a real challenge for our COVID patients is the unpredictability about their medical status. Often we can receive a referral for a patient that's medically fit to leave the hospital. We start to organise plans to get them discharged home, and then unfortunately things take a turn for the worse. Then we have to look at discharging them home with palliative care.
So it's nearly 5 o'clock and this is me going home for the day. Today has been a good day. We've had lots of patients that are well, who were able to discharge, been able to proactively pick up some referrals that I know are coming through tomorrow. So feeling in control of things today. Hasn't always been like this through this pandemic. There have been days when we're going home late, more times than going on time, trying to get through the patients that we think we can get home and out of the building, because we know that there's ambulances queuing and we desperately need to clear the beds. So to go home on a Monday and feeling like we're in control at the start of the week is a really positive thing. I'm really pleased.